What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Freedom Fire Podcast, where we want to stoke the flames of freedom every single day. My name is Kendall Bowman, and boy, do I got a loaded show for you guys today, man. You know, it seems like everything in this country, no matter what we do, it's always just crumbling, okay? And there's no clearer picture of that than this right here. Trump faces a maximum sentence of 136 years in prison for 34 counts of charges that would 99.9% of the time in the state of New York would be misdemeanors. You heard that correctly. From Fox News, former President Donald Trump pleaded not guilty in New York City on Tuesday to 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. The charges carry a maximum sentence of 136 years in prison, though the actual sentence will likely be far less than that if he is convicted on any or all counts. Falsifying business records is typically a misdemeanor charge in New York, but rises to the level of a felony with a maximum 4-year sentence when a defendant's intent to defraud includes an intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal the commission thereof. But see, there's the problem, though, is they're saying that in order for these charges to be moved up to the level of a felony, he has to have intent to defraud. Well, let's just be honest here. Proving intent in the court of law is already very difficult. Intent to commit another crime or to aid or conceal the commission thereof. Yeah, you're trying to prove intent here. This is not going to hold up. These charges are already past the statute of limitations. Okay? This is a novel legal theory that is going... I'm sorry. I don't see this working. I feel like these charges should definitely be thrown out. The problem is that it's in the state of New York. Now... This prosecutor, Alvin Bragg, was completely incapable of telling us what charge or what crime Donald Trump was trying to cover up or trying to commit. He could not tell us. And we have that right here. Check out this video.
Mr. Bragg, the indictment says that there were 34 false business records. And they were done to conceal another crime, but the indictment does not specifically say what those crimes were. We are assuming, perhaps, that they might be election-related. I'm wondering if you can specify what laws were also broken.
Right. So let me say as an initial matter that the indictment doesn't specify that because the law does not so require.
Oh, see, there's where you're wrong, Mr. Alvin Bragg. The indictment doesn't specify what laws were broken. The indictment doesn't specify what he's being accused of because, the law just doesn't say that we have to include that. We don't have to tell them what they're being charged with. Actually, the Sixth Amendment right here from the old red-headed libertarian, the Sixth Amendment guarantees the right of a criminal defendant to know the nature of his charges and the evidence against him. Guys, this is a sham. This is a sham. And unfortunately, in my opinion, Donald Trump might not have a chance. He might not have a chance in this trial. Now, the judge, who we're about to talk about here in a second, decided not to put a gag order on Donald Trump. To me, that doesn't really mean anything. Ultimately, this is still a trial taking place in New York City. Do we seriously think that a left-wing jury with a left-wing judge Do we seriously think that Donald Trump is going to be able to get out of this? Personally, I don't know. I just don't know. And it's even more disheartening when you see this. From Andy No, a new investigation by Mia Cathell. The judge overseeing Donald Trump's New York criminal case was a 2020 donor to Joe Biden and anti-GOP causes. The judge's daughter worked for Kamala Harris's 2020 presidential campaign. The judge should be recusing himself from this case, seeing as how he is closely connected to the matter, or too closely connected to the matter. But of course they won't, because our judicial system is corrupt. These jurors are all going to be left-wing haters or left-wing Trump haters, because it's in New York, guys. It's in Manhattan. This is, I don't know. And then we got even more proof that our country's falling apart. Leftist at Brandon for Chicago, Brandon Johnson, I believe his name is, has won the Chicago mayoral election against moderate Democrat Paul Vallis. Johnson calls for removing law enforcement from society. Oh boy. During the 2020 riots, he defended looters, saying they were lashing out against racism. Chicago's violent crime has surged over the last few years under Lori Lightfoot. And now it's about to get worse. It's about to get even worse. This guy is going to go after the cops. He's going to shut down police stations, or apparently that's what he wants to do. That's what he said he wants to do. I don't know, guys. We've got this crisis. We've got crime skyrocketing. We've got an ex-president who is being politically persecuted. We've got election interference by the Democrats. We've got a border crisis down at the southern border. We got the dollar is collapsing. You know, I was driving home from work yesterday, and I was just thinking about all of this, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is what this country needs at this point. At this point, maybe we need a collapse. And I know what you're sitting there thinking. Oh, it's not gonna. Oh, that's so stupid, Kendall. We need to fight back. It's like, look, guys. Where's the off ramp for all of this craziness? We're driving down this highway of psychosis in this country right now. Where's the off ramp at? What action can we take that will get us off of this train of just insanity? There is none. Guys, ultimately, the only thing that is going to break these Democrat freaks out of their psychosis is to have their lives destroyed from their own choices. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that's going to break them out of this. That's the only thing. They refuse to see the light until their lives are destroyed and wrecked by their own actions. But you know what? Maybe that won't even work. Maybe we need some kind of divorce, some kind of civil divorce, or states just need to secede. I don't know. Because clearly from the idiots in Chicago, Democrats will just, that's what I'm saying. This is why we need I don't know. I feel like if the country just completely collapsed and these Democrats, because of their own actions, are, living in their cities and all this stuff, and the country just collapses, and now they can't eat. And now their children are starving. Now the people in the cities are dying because they can't get food. Now, obviously, no one wants that to happen. Nobody wants that. But that's exactly where we're headed. The dollar's collapsing, guys. I don't know if you know what that means or not. If the dollars collapse, if the central bank collapse, there will be chaos in this country. There will be severe amounts of chaos and insanity that we have not seen. There will be people starving because they can't get food. There will be no food delivered to your grocery stores, and the people in the cities will be killing each other over a can of beans. Guys, this is insane. We have reached an insane level of psychosis in our country. And at this point, I don't know where the off-ramp is. I don't know what we can do. Now, obviously, we can do everything we can to try to push for a 2024 win for Donald Trump in the presidential election. That way he can get in and clear out all of the bureaucracy. But ultimately, I don't even know if we'll get there. I don't. Because we got the evil, disgusting Democrats who love to interfere in elections, apparently, and jail their political opponents. And we got corrupt judges and corrupt jurors who hate Donald Trump. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Now, if I could just try to encourage you a little bit, all we can focus on right now is getting Donald Trump elected. All we can focus on right now is getting local elections going, getting the best people in office in your local elections, in your state elections, and then of course pushing for a presidential win for Donald Trump. Because the least that he can do when let's say Donald Trump gets in and he has no control over the House or the Senate. Okay, well, you're not going to be able to pass anything. But at least you can get in and clean out the bureaucracy, fire all of these scum in our government who are just using their power. These unelected bureaucrats in our government who have not been elected. The people didn't choose them, but for whatever reason, they've been in office in their position in government for like 20 years. Yeah, the bureaucracy has taken over our government. They control everything. The federal agencies, all of them. What we need is a man like Donald Trump to get in and clean them out. Now, in his first term, he drained the swamp. He said, okay, we're going to drain out the swamp, and all that did was reveal the swamp monsters underneath the water. But now we need that second term, guys. We got to get him in so he can clean this out. Ron DeSantis has proven that he's, let's be honest, he's kind of cowardly. He's not willing to do what needs to be done to protect this government. He had an opportunity to protect the government, good grief, to protect this country. He had an opportunity to fight back against this Alvin Bragg ridiculous indictment of Donald Trump. He could have said, you will not touch a hair on Donald Trump's head in my state. So that's what he could have said, but instead he's like, oh, I'm not getting involved in this. This is a distraction. No, it's not a distraction. For you, Ron DeSantis, it's not a distraction. This is your job. Now, it might be a distraction from the media, specifically for things like the dollar collapsing, which is going to bring in the complete and total collapse of our society. But for you, Mr. Ron DeSantis, no, it's not a distraction. This is your job. This is literally your job. I don't know. Guys, I want to encourage you, okay? I really do. It's hard. It's hard when it comes to situations like this because it feels like the only thing is that these people just have to be destroyed. And I'm not saying physically. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that their lives need to be destroyed. their livelihoods, their ability to just go to a grocery store and get food. See, the problem with this country is we don't struggle. All these other countries, even other countries over in Europe that we think are all civilized, and they struggle, guys. We don't struggle. Our lives are soft and easy and cushy. And that's why we have these liberal freaks who think that they can just get away with everything. They feel like they are entitled to have their feelings validated. And that's how we get here. That is how we get to the fall of the Republic. Guys, fight back. Not physically, but politically. Fight back. Why are we not calling our attorneys and saying, "Hey, why are you not prosecuting Democrats? Hey, DA in my district, why are you not prosecuting the Democrats at Act Blue who have been using Act Blue to get more funding illegally? Why are we not prosecuting that?" Guys, reach out to your government. Ask them to do something. Just ask them to do the bare freaking minimum at this point. Do something to stop these people. You know, I get frustrated because I started this channel to speak out, and it feels like there's just not that many who want to do that. They want other people to do things for them. And unfortunately, that's the Republican Party right now. That's the politicians in the Republican Party. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's also the people. It's also the voters of the Republican Party. Like, think about it, guys. If a left-wing Democrat Antifa member wants something done, they don't just sit around and wait for a politician to do it for them. They go bomb a freaking police station and demand that it gets done. What are we doing? Now, I am not inciting you to go do those things. Do not go bomb a police station. But for heaven's sake, at least talk to your representatives. At least send a stinking email to your rep and say, "Hey, get your crap together or we're going to primary you. You will be removed from office unless you do what the public wants." Guys, we're reaching the breaking point. America is crumbling. We're falling apart. And if you don't do something now, I'm talking you, the people, we, the people, it's time for us to get off our butts and stop waiting for these bums in our own party, these neocons, these rhinos, to actually do something. They're not going to save us because they're lazy scum. They would rather let this country fall apart than to have to actually do anything hard. Because like I said, our lives are soft here in America. Our lives are so easy that we feel like we shouldn't have to do anything difficult, even if it means saving the republic. Guys, it's up to us. It's up to us. Now, once again, I am not saying for you to do anything violent. Do not do anything violent. But if you're not blowing up the phones of your reps, that's the least you could do. That is the least we could do. Annoy the ever-living crap out of these people. Annoy them. Go to their office every day and say, "Hey, what are you going to do about this?" And then if you don't meet them, go there the next day. Go there the next day. Then go there the next day. Keep showing up and keep telling these people, "Hey, we're here, and we're going to be here until you do something. I don't know, man. But we've got to do something. We've got to do something. That's going to be the show for today, guys. I will have another show coming for you guys on Friday. I don't know, guys. Maybe we just need to try to we got to try to organize something. If you've got ideas for what we can do to try to solve this, put them down in the comments and let's talk these things out and try to get some action going, man. It feels like we're just doing nothing. Republicans are just spineless, man. We've got to do something, okay? Like I said, that's the show. Hopefully I'll have another show coming for you guys on Friday. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, share the show with your friends, follow me on all the socials down in the description, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we're putting out new videos. Guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.